It is what it is.
It is what it is.
What up YouTube, it's your boy Double M and I'm coming back at you with something a little different. What are we doing today? You see, what we're doing today is a challenge. Well, not exactly a challenge. I wouldn't say it's exactly a challenge. It's actually the reason why this video is late. There's no other reason. The reason why I say it's not exactly a challenge is because if you think about it, at its core function, it helps artists create better projects, better animations, illustration, whatnot. So it's, looking for the right word, it's a special challenge. Let's just leave it at that. Now, who made the challenge? It's not really that necessary. We don't really need to know who makes challenges these days. We just see a challenge and we do it. It's not really necessary. Ethan Becker. Okay, chill. I see. This is the third video. Go watch the other two. This is the third video where I'm talking about Ethan Becker and whatnot. But you will see why I had to do this challenge. Just wait and see. You see, this challenge comes from a video where he talks about improving your art style as he interviews another well-known artist. I don't know if he has a YouTube or anything, but another well-known artist known as Ramon. He's well-known on Instagram. I don't know if he has a YouTube. He then goes on to talk about 4 key points, 4 things, 4 areas, 4 things one should think about when making an art project, it being an animation, illustration. These 4 things should be in your mind when you're making this art project to really make that thing good. I don't know what that was, I'm sorry. So in the video, right, he talks about these 4 things one should think about, puts them in a chart, makes it easier for the person to understand as he makes his own art project, taking to mind those 4 things. Now let's go over these 4 things looking at his chart and the way he put it. First thing you have is the medium. This is basically where is your art project going to be posted, where is it going to be shown, and what type of art project is going to be. Is it going to be a comic, a single panel illustration, or is it going to be an animation, whatever. What is it and where is it going to be? Now the next thing is the genre. You just have to identify if your drawing or your animation is going to be funny, scary, mysterious. Now the next thing is a story. I suggest watching his video. His video, I feel, explains it really good. Anyway, the story, say for example you have a movie, Into the Spider-Verse. Don't worry, I'm not going to put spoilers. I'm not going to give you spoilers. You should have watched that movie long time ago, but I'm not going to give you spoilers. I'm not going to have any spoilers. Anyway, you have that movie. You're not going to focus on the story, the main plot. You're going to focus on the character, why the character is doing what he's doing and what makes the character do it. So you're not going to focus on Spider-Man saving the city. No, you're going to focus on why he became Spider-Man. So that's the whole thing behind the story. Again, if my explanation didn't come through, watch this video. I feel like he really explains it really good. Now the last thing is design, which is, if it's as simple as the genre. If anything, it's simpler than the genre. I don't even have to explain. It's the design. It's just how the things look in your project. It's the design. This is where the challenge comes in. What you're supposed to do is look at the other media that you enjoy, series, movies, games, anything. You take parts from these other media, put them together and make a whole new art project with this whole different story and everything. This is what he decided to take. On the medium, for the medium, he decided to post his drawing, his art project on Instagram with a single panel style drawing of artists he was actually interviewing, Ramon. Now for the genre, he decided to take the genre of 2 series that he likes. Anyway, for the story, he takes 2 characters that he enjoyed. And for the design, he has 2 series or movies. One for the character design and one for the background design. You basically get the idea behind the challenge. This is what we were supposed to do. Now using this chart, he now puts the things together to make a new art project. You can check it on his IG and his actual video. I've been saying this like many times. So you see, after watching the video for the first time, I was like, it's a nice challenge, but I don't really have the time. But after watching it 6 more times, I was like, this is really the challenge to do. So Now that we understand what the challenge is and what has to be done, let me take you to my chart and show you what I decided to incorporate. Now for the medium, I also wanted to post this on Instagram because I didn't want to do anything like an animation that takes even longer time. Because imagine the thing that I did now, and it's only coming like how many months after the video actually came out, and it's late on top of that. So I decided to keep it simple, keep it on IG. What I wanted to make was a comic, but not a full comic, just like a couple of pages with enough meaning and story, enough to tell the story that I wanted to tell. So I wanted to post it on Instagram with the comic style, the comic drawing of another well-known YouTube artist, Instagram artist called White Manga. With the genre, I wanted to have the action/comedy of One Punch Man, with the sort of the mystery, and yeah, the mystery be in Love, Death and Robot. Now for the story, to focus on the character, the story behind the character, I decided to incorporate two characters. First character, Baki from Baki. It's a dope anime though. Anyway, character Baki from Baki. Basically, this character is the type of character who's really training to be the best he can be. Baki in the anime is training to be the best fighter he can be, so he can really challenge his father. I'm not gonna say anything, but you should watch the anime. Anyway, now for the next character is actually a character from a video game, Bloodhound from Apex Legends. Y'all play Apex? The story behind Bloodhound from Apex Legends is a person who grew up in a society following strict traditions, and they basically said, hey yo, only follow these traditions, don't follow anything else. Now you see this character, he did the opposite. He followed the other things he was not told to follow, and in the process he lost someone close to the character lost someone close to them. Stop. He's just going to understand why to follow the traditions, and also understand that traditions, at the end of the day, if you follow them for too long, you will get them killed, because the world is changing. But then again, there's another thing that comes to the story behind the character, which is character dynamic. Let me explain it. So you have this character, right? The character has a little bit of good and a little bit of bad in them. Now you have these two other characters that mainly influence the journey that this main character takes. One of these two characters is completely good and the other one is completely bad. Now the whole journey behind the art project that you're making is going to be about which side the main character takes. If the main character is going to be like on the good side, it's going to have a good journey being influenced by the good character, or it's going to have a bad journey being influenced by the bad character having a bad journey. Yeah, I think I'm repeating myself. Yeah, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Now the character that's going to influence her, or influence the character in a good way, is going to train her, try to make her see the good in her. Now the bad person also wants to train her, but for that person's benefit, not for the main character's benefit. At the end of the day, after this training, the main character is basically gonna die. If you don't understand, I really suggest go and watch the video, make you properly understand, especially behind this character dynamic. And then comes the last part, the easy part, the design. For my character design, this is where I wanted to have Avatar, but Legend of Korra, because the character design there is really on fleek. It's really on fleek. Now the background design, I wanted to have Jujutsu Kaisen. Now that I wanted to make my comic with these things incorporated, what I needed to start with was the last thing that was spoken about, the design. So now that I decided I want Legend of Korra to be for my character design, I needed a reference pic of Legend of Korra. But the thing is, as I was on Pinterest looking for Legend of Korra reference pics, I saw these type of outfits that sort of gave that Legend of Korra-esque vibe. So I decided, let me try and see what I can do using these pics alone. Hey yo, just so you know, I just wanted to focus more on the outfit first before I go to the actual character design, how the character actually looks. I wanted to cover the outfit first. What I really liked so far was the jacket with the half sleeves that was sort of ending at the collarbone there, and especially the baggy pants. I feel like Legend of Korra, and even Aang and Korra, both Aang and Korra's design, they have a lot of baggy pants. Even people that you wouldn't think wear baggy pants are wearing baggy pants. Like, you need the baggy pants for the type of actions you would be doing in a series like Legend of Korra. So I really wanted to incorporate, and I really enjoyed having the baggy pants. Now I was just getting the color scheme, because exploring through the color schemes made it look even more like school uniform. And I didn't want my character looking like she came out of some school or something. I wanted to make the character look like she sort of went rogue or something, because she's sort of been like banished because of the new way she has started living that is forbidden with these traditions and whatnot. Explaining further on the character dynamic that was said before, I wanted the character to look like the character went rogue, is now by herself, living by herself, or quote unquote living by herself. Not exactly, but quote unquote living by herself. I don't think going rogue is the right way to put it. I just want to put it in a way. What basically saying is, now that she is quote unquote banished from the society she has been living in, she's now living by herself. Yeah, she's now living by herself. Not to confuse you even more than I already have. Now came to designing the outfit of the character, which is going to influence the main character in a good way. You see, I still chose Legend of Korra, but I wanted to incorporate Aang's design from Legend of Korra. Yeah, it's funny how I say Aang's design, like Aang is the only one who wore this type of outfit, when Tenzin also wore this type of outfit. The reason why, I think this is a stupid reason, but the reason why I really like this outfit design, or choosing Aang's outfit design, was I thought of it as the way Tenzin was mentoring Korra, this character is mentoring the main character. You know what I'm saying? Like, stupid, but if you think about it, it's sort of a nice idea. Okay, now that I designed the outfit, I needed to design the character now. I felt like designing the character was even harder than designing the outfit, because with the main character, I felt like I was actually winging it. I felt like I was not having that much reference, trying to see where it would go and see if I would like it. I really liked the outfit. I really liked how it turned out. But like the outfit, I felt like I needed to redo the design of the main character, because something about the hairstyle that's there now and the eye color, it doesn't fit with the outfit. So, with a little bit of inspiration from Sylvie from Loki, which is another series that you should watch though, I decided to give her a new hairstyle, new eye color, even having back views to see how the outfit would look at the back without the main white jersey part. I wouldn't call it a jersey, I call it a jersey because it has a hoodie, but jersey is supposed to keep people warm. Can't keep the person warm when it's only stopping at under the chest. The design was dope. Don't get me wrong, the design is good. Now for the mentor's character design, I really liked how simple it was. I really liked how I didn't have to put too much. I don't want to say how I didn't put a lot. I want to say how I didn't put too much, because I felt like even the little effort that I put into the design was enough to really make the character look like he's an actual mentor. What I like about this character is also how he has also stopped living with the society's norms and is now mentoring the main character who has now been banished. Now that we have completed both the character design of the main character and the character that's mentoring the main character, we can now get to the comic itself. And as I'm drawing the comic, I can explain the actual story. Hey, have you always wanted a physical copy of one of the outfit redraws?
Nope.
No. What do you mean no? Because I don't understand what you're trying to say. My fault, you have. Well, now you can. I'm now selling copies of my outfit redraws as posters. Obviously, prices will vary. You can put it anywhere. In your room, your parents' office, your teacher's classroom, anywhere. Go on and get a copy of your favorite outfit redraw. More details on my Instagram. Hit me up. Oh, and PS. Only selling to those in Windhoek. Sorry. So, as the comic is being illustrated in the back, I'm just going to be talking about the story, the whole story, what's happening with these characters, why they're doing this, why, everything regarding the comic and what came, yeah. So basically, this extraterrestrial substance, let me say, this glowing asteroid or this glowing comet, hits lands on the Earth, and the people around that area, the people on the Earth slowly start interacting with it because they notice its quote-unquote benefits. Now, because of this, over so many years, humans on the Earth, have developed some sort of special ability, some sort of special power, some sort of energy. It's basically a type of energy or type of substance that all people have inside of them that they can use to manifest and make anything that they want, depending on the size of the energy that is sitting inside them. Depending on the size of energy that they have inside of them,
they can make whatever they want. They can make poles, they can make weapons, sort of like how Green Lantern makes things with his ring and all the other lanterns, not only Green Lantern. But here's the catch. If the person is not able to completely control the power that is sitting inside of them, the power that's sitting inside of them will take control of that person. So if you do not have that much ability, if you're too weak of a person, that power is gonna take over you. It's not like it's gonna kill you, but it's like it's gonna be running the body. It's gonna be the mind, and you're just gonna be the body, the vessel, doing whatever the power tells you to do. Now, being able to control the power that's inside of you is very, 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 very difficult. It's intense, to the point where it's almost impossible. To the point where there is no one who is living, controlling their power, completely controlling that power without being consumed by the power inside of them. So that basically means everyone who would try to use their power and would continue without the proper control, the proper control needed, would become consumed by the power inside of them. Now, because of this, there are two types of societies. There's the type of society that refrains from using the power that's inside of them and instead uses the asteroid, like the Wakandans would, using vibranium to make all these technologies, weapons, and what. Then you have the other society, which instead uses the power and is consumed. These are more aggressive. They still have their personality and all that, but the decisions they make and the motives and whatever motivates them is because of the power that's inside of them that has consumed them. I like to call this society the consumed. It's not creative, but it sort of sounds dope. Now, the thing is, with the consumed, they think everyone should be quote-unquote consumed because it's a better way of living, and what they think it's a better way of living. So they try to either influence the non-consumed to become consumed, or they get rid of those that are very stubborn and do not want to get consumed. Now, the people that are not consumed use the technology that they make from the comet that has landed on Earth long time ago to make weapons to defend against the consumed. Wherever the comet is where the non-consumed are. So they will be staying there, fending off the consumed, making sure that no one else gets consumed because they don't want to be controlled. Oh, and one thing, with the power that's inside them, you are either consumed or dead. The power either consumes you, takes over you, or the power kills you. It only kills you if you are like really weak, and the chances of it killing you, then making you consumed, making you become one of the consumed, are very high. So that's why there are very little consumed compared to those that are not consumed. But for some reason, the consumed are actually winning more and more fights against the non-consumed. Damn, I'm confusing myself. Yeah, so basically you get the idea. You get the main backstory of the whole of everyone inside the story. Now you have this main character, Kuna. She is one of the non-consumed, right? She has lived in the society following the traditions, don't become consumed, use these weapons, what, and she is actually one of the soldiers that would fend off the consumed from kidnapping and taking the non-consumed to become consumed. So there comes this time where Kuna has to fend off one of the consumed from invading one of the non-consumed's house, and she accidentally activates her power inside. Now, being told not to use the power inside, she knows that it's forbidden, but using it for the first time is so exhilarating for her. It's almost like a drug. The first time she uses it, she's like, she can't stop using it anymore. So in secret, she uses it, but isn't really affected yet. There's something different about her though, so there's a reason why she isn't really affected yet. Now, there comes a time where she's defending another one. She decides to use the power this time, but now she slowly starts to get affected. Like, she slowly starts to get consumed. She messed up. Now the person that was being attacked by the consumed, which was actually someone really close to her, maybe like one of her parents, because to be honest with main characters, the parents has to go. The person dies. Now she feels regret, but she doesn't want to stop using the power inside of her. Now refusing to stop using the power inside of her, and because she has used it with people around her seeing it, they're like witnesses and stuff, she is banished and cannot go back. But she has heard rumors of only one person who has started using the power but is not consumed. So she sets out to look for this person. After so many months, she finally finds a person, a lone traveler called Reiki.
If you think about it, Reiki sort of looks like me. Like, just remove the beard and everything.
Nope.
When she finds Reiki, she pleads with Reiki to train her and sort of show her the way how to use the power without being consumed. And that's the basic story behind this whole character and all that. That's the main story overall. But what's happening in the comic now is Reiki is busy training Kuna, but she is sort of doing like a final test before she learns the final thing to finally controlling the power inside of her. So they're basically in some type of cave, and Kuna is told to challenge some type of beast as long as she can, using the power without being consumed. So Reiki is actually trying to see how long Kuna can last without being consumed, using the power to see if she's actually getting closer to using the power without being consumed, or if she's not making any progress at all. And that's the whole story behind the characters and the whole comic. The whole story that I wanted to do this project, this 4-page comic project. Now I feel like in the future, maybe when I get time in the future, I can actually start making this comic into something good with volumes and whatnot. But I hear making comics by yourself is already time consuming. Just look at White Manga. He's yet to release his 3rd volume of his, I don't want to say manga, I want to say comic because manga is Japanese. Anyway, he's yet to release his 3rd volume when he released his 2nd volume almost more than a year or 2 years ago. I can't remember, but a year has passed. And yeah, this is the challenge that I've been fighting with for a very long time. Trust me, I've been fighting with this challenge for a very long time. First deciding to do this challenge, then even a longer time actually doing this challenge. It's a damn shame that this challenge won't even get a lot of views. But to the 2-3 people that made it to the end of the video, I thank you. I appreciate you. Use a real one. Use a real member of the Double Empire. Now, if you really want to do this challenge, you can give it a try. You never know what you might come up with. Look at things that you enjoy, put them all together in the medium, genre, story, and design, and see what you come up with. This challenge also improves your art style, not to repeat myself, but yeah. Now if you actually want to read the comic and see what the characters are actually saying, you'll have to go on my Instagram. That's where the fully scripted pages will be to be read. So I want to thank you guys again for making it to the video. If you have to them, I'm talking to the 2 to 3 people that have made it to the end of the video. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Give the challenge a try if you really want to. Make sure to drop a like if you have enjoyed the video, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to join the Double Empire. Get videos like these, tutorials, challenges, animated videos, all the type of art videos will be on this channel here. That's the type of videos you'll be getting as a member of the Double Empire. Make sure to check out my IG and my Twitter as well, especially for this comic, because that's where the comic is going to be with the full scripts and everything. God bless, and until next time, Double M out.
It's a whole explanation. I feel like I won't properly explain it.
What did he say?